sweater. It is freezing here in Alberta. So I'm just waiting to let some people join in to make sure. We have some people on the page. So I'm just waiting to let some people. I bring up on my phone as well because the chat don't always, with all the way the internet is and how things are, the chat doesn't always come up on the Be Live screen. But we are here and I am checking in. I have not been in since everything has been kind of going down in the world. And the reason why I haven't been here is because I've been so busy in all of my Facebook groups and trying to keep things going on that end. So if you're only on my YouTube and this is the only place that you're following me, I do suggest that you also follow me on Facebook, Corey Thorne, the Spiritual Healer, and you can see a lot more of me live there. Also, if you're waiting for the April zodiac signs to come out, the monthly channeled message for the zodiacs, they will be out hopefully over the next 2 days or 3 days. Tomorrow's a really busy day for me, so hopefully I'll get them made today, and by the 1st or 2nd, we'll have everything up and going. So, good morning, Stacy. How are you? I'm just making sure, just checking in with the people that are on here that I'm not seeing come up here. Hold on. Give me a moment. I do need to see both because. Good morning, Tracy. Okay, now I'm ready to go. So I just wanted to stop in. I want to check in on all of my YouTube followers and everyone who's in here, my subscribers, and Facebook has followers, YouTube has subscribers. So today's energy is what I want to discuss a little bit. Yesterday's a little bit crazy. Good morning, Claudette. Yesterday was a little bit crazy. The whole world's a little bit crazy energy right now. Yes, absolutely. But yesterday I couldn't go on anything. And I've been really avoiding a lot of my news feeds and not looking at so much the news feeds. I keep finding things that are inspirational. I keep asking the universe to guide me to things that have meaning to me right now that can help inspire, help keep my essence clear and allow me to be able to do what I do. I'm not saying I don't read news or watch news, because I do to a certain degree, but I'm a light worker. And to be a light worker, it requires us not to be getting caught up in a lot of the outside world, but still remaining human and still having to be a part of the human world. So, and with everything going on, of course, we are also impacted. We're not above and beyond what's impacting everyone else. I also am a business owner, and as a business owner, I can tell you that yes, we are majorly affected. What affects the world affects us. And so there is the human aspect. So please remember that you have taking care of your spiritual self and reminding yourself that you are human and you will have human moments, and those human moments will happen. I'm staying on the faith train, holding on to the faith that when we come out on the other end of all of this, that we come out much better human beings. Will we come out probably with a little less money? Maybe, but that money can be made again. It's not that. But what are we doing in the meantime to help support and love each other? Good morning, Misty. And to be the best that we can be. So I was on my way to Facebook is where I was this morning, and then something told me to come into my YouTube channel. And because I haven't been in here in weeks, and I tend to kind of go more to the Facebook. So I set an intention this morning to start to spend more time in the YouTube and posting more in here. It's the one place, and it's in my Instagram. I've kind of dropped a lot of my Instagram work as well, because it's hard to keep up to everything when you're trying to just keep things rolling. And I also run a lot of schools a lot of programs. So I have a lot of programs that are running. And so I have a lot of private groups that I'm in, a lot of private Facebook groups, a lot of classes that I still have to prepare and teach for, and still doing individual sessions. So what I've been listening to this morning and what I've been getting, and this kind of started yesterday, was anyone who's been following me knows that I have Mother Mary's visual burning on the corner of the stairs coming upstairs to my office. There's a turn in my steps and there's a big statue of Mother Mary. I have my Buddhas. I have my beautiful Aboriginal statue, medicine woman statue. I have Kuan Yin, and I have Buddha. I have a little bit of everything there. And I sit there every morning and I set my intention. So the first card that came out was intentions. So I set my intentions again this morning, and then I went into prayer and meditation. And I couldn't get out of the prayer and meditation. It was like, okay, I've done this. Now I should be out. Now I should be going to do some things. And there's other things I got to get done. And it just kept pulling me back in. And for the past 2 days, I've been having a lot of discussion about Kuan Yin and about love and about Mother Mary and transmuting fear and angers, transmuting the old energies that are the stale. I want to put them as stale. Transmuting the stale energy that we have happening around us into love. And so everything that I pull in angel cards have been pulling out Zedekiel, however people say it so differently. Zedekiel and Gabrielle and who else have I been pulling out a lot of? I've been pulling out a lot of Shamel and a lot of energy around the Mother Mary energy, of course. And so the intention card that came out is when we can get high enough to look at life with a new perspective. And I've been talking about this a lot in Facebook. And when it first all started to hit where we were, and in this energy of the virus and the big shutdowns that we've all had to be impacted by, we were in that flat. Like it was like this flat, and we were in the flat, and the curve was to come back up, and to try to get up the other side again. It's like trying to climb a mud wall that you're just exhausting yourself and scraping out your hands, trying to climb up to the past where you can't go back. And so we're in the flat, and we had to sit in flat, and we had to start taking action steps towards coming up the other side. Well, I don't feel as if we're in the flat anymore. I don't feel that we're there. I feel as if there's a floodgate of energy coming in, a floodgate of money, a floodgate of knowledge and wisdom. And so it's like a flood. A flood is coming, and we're starting to rise up. And even though we're really in the brink of probably the worst, is what I got, was that even though we're in the brink of the worst, we are still actually rising, which is a really weird feeling, but it's like we're here. So, but we can't go straight up. There's no returning. We're not going to return back to a normal life like this. Is that we have to take the long way around now. We have to walk around the mountain. We have to view it. We have to find a way to a top. But every single level we hit, there's an opportunity of a new perspective. Good morning, Lindsay. There's an opportunity for a new view, a new perspective from where we are, to be able to go inward and to look at our own lives, to review our own lives, to take a really good look at ourselves. And I heard this a lot yesterday when I heard a lot of people speaking of, I can't stand being home with my family, or it's so hard for me to be with my family, or it's like, well, these are the people of your life. These are the people that that love us the most, and if you have not in your lifetime that you've been with all the people inside of your home, if you have not built a beautiful, healthy relationship with those people by now, if you've been married for, if you've been in a relationship for 10 years, 15 years, and you don't know each other, and you're like, I feel like I'm at home with strangers. I know the people I work with more than I know the people inside of my house. I think this is an opportunity for you to really take some time and set a really good intention on healing the issues that are around your relationship that have you avoiding, that have you always running away from any issues or problems. So I hear of everybody, we're spring cleaning, we're cleaning out closets, we're doing this, we're doing that. Are you avoiding the conversations with your partner, with your children, with life that maybe you should be having, that having to be occupied all the time is a part of the virus, is that we have this desire, we have this need to always be occupied. We get up, we got to get things started, and then it's like, oh my God, we don't have time to sit here today. Now we got to go this, we got this project and that project and da da da. If all of your day is being set in what project we can get done, and you're cleaning the physical house and avoiding all the rest of the home, maybe it's time to start spending time, pause, set an intention to pause. And with that pause, you can get to learn and build a relationship with the people that's inside of your own space, inside of your own home, the people that you live with, even if you can, or even with the family that you can bring up on Zoom, because it's an opportunity for you to listen. It's an opportunity to listen to what has been happening in your partner's life, what your partner is feeling, what everyone else is feeling. If you wake up and you're the only one who has an opinion, and you're the only one who has the honey to-do list and the chart of what we're going to do with our day and how we're going to spend our day and how we're going to spend our lives and how the world is bothering you, and you get up and you turn on the news and you do all those things, well, and that's all you do, and you don't have those healthy conversations, and you don't take the pause time. So the pause time can be go into your kitchen, do some baking, do some cooking together, watch your partner cook, listen to your partner, listen to their stories, listen to how they feel. And instead of, instead of spending so much time cleaning out the physical closet in your home, how about you start spending some time cleaning out the closet of your mind, the inner closet, your heart? Because as I've said, we have spent so much time in relationships that are really not really relationships. You're coexisting together. And if you're only just existing, well, you should all be in my program, more than existing. But if you've just been existing life, just existing in partnerships, just existing in life, like just existing, well, this is your opportunity to start to live. Well, we're actually stuck in this pause, and we're all stuck at home, is actually an opportunity to start to live, because everything that's been happening in our routine lives of going from wake up in the morning, get showered, go to work, get in your car, drive to work 8 hours, drive home, eat supper, too exhausted, do homework, get kids to every project or every one of their, after school involved things they're in, activities, can't get the words out, activities that they're in. If that's all that we're doing, we're only existing. And if that's what we're all waiting to just go back to, and here we are in this pause, well, you've got an opportunity for so much more to be happening. And now that you're turning everything at home into, if you're turning everything at home into a new project, a new job, a new work, it's like, we got to do this, we got to do that. I got to get up and I got to get 50, I got to get this exercise program in. I got to do this, but you're still avoiding, and we're still avoiding the real issues. If we're still avoiding the real parts of what we've actually been doing for the past, I want to say past 30 years or 40 years now. I'm 49, but when I was a little girl, I remember Sundays where we would get ready on Sundays and we would spend all day out skiing. And my parents would take us out in the winter. It would be cross-country skiing. It would be skating. But we wouldn't spend like a half hour, an hour. We would spend all day. We'd light a fire. We'd pack a lunch. We'd do all these things. We'd go out and we'd have a boil up out in the woods, and you'd have a fire, and and we didn't need to invite 50 people so that we would avoid each other out there. We would do it as a family. So there's so many things right now that I feel as if what's coming up for me this morning when I sat in prayer and meditation, and it wouldn't let me out of my meditation, was sit in the pause, set an intention to look at some of this with fresh eyes as an opportunity to listen, because we've been so busy, because we've been going just sort of mundane, everyday life, that we have missed out. We have kind of shut down parts of our sensories, parts of us, parts of how to exist in relationships as a family function, how to exist as a parent, or as, as a, I guess, as a well-oiled machine that we are, that we've shut down a part of us that we have forgotten about because we were so busy. In this time, if all we're doing is, we got this to do, just see like people just cleaning house. I see stuff going out, people are going to the dump, they're dumping stuff out. So because they're staying busy. We got to stay busy. Well, we also have to feel. And if we keep numbing ourselves and we're not feeling what we really need to feel, or we're not experiencing the things that are in the pause, then we're missing out on the opportunity of why we're here. Because if we just all go back and return to the way things were, and we keep doing the things the way that they were, we're going to end up right back here again. So this is, and if you've been following my Facebook Lives, you've been hearing me talk about the deep freeze. Like, we're thawing out. The earth is thawing out. We're thawing out. It's like everything that was buried, like fossils, right? When the fossils were buried, and when everything gets opened back up, old energy comes out. So not only did the fear come out as the earth is thawing out, as things are, it's not only did the bad things, not only did the viruses come out, or the fear, but also good things came out. Remembering what families were like back in the 50s, back in the 60s, back in the 40s. Remembering when families didn't have Wi-Fi and internet, and they actually sat to a table and had family dinner together, and they cooked family dinner, and they sat down, they had conversations, and there was time for reading scriptures, and family prayer time together. Anything that was happening that was aligning to the soul essence of us that we have forgotten, because right now we still have Wi-Fi, and we still have the ability to get on here and to allow our kids to spend 8 hours playing a game, or you're going to spend 8 hours de-junking your house, whatever it may be. But this is the time for us to be able to pause. And in the pause, we can actually listen. And when we stop and we pause, hold on, I go with my dog. And when we stop and we pause and we listen, we have the opportunity to heal, to feel, to sense, to let go, to build relationships with the people that we spend our most of our sleeping time with, the most of our coexisting in a house together, but it's not the people we spend our time with. This is your opportunity to spend time with the people in your life that should matter the most to you. And if they're not, if you're still being preoccupied with all the other stuff that really don't fucking matter, because sometimes what has been left in the closet, in the material closet, for 2 years too long is not going to be a big deal. But what has been left inside of here for 2 years, for 10 years, what you've been numbing for 40 years too long, it matters now. It matters because every bit of that we have been keeping stuffed inside of us, because we've never been cleaning things out, because we've been keeping ourselves so busy, because we have been taught, stay busy, keep busy. You don't have to think about things if we stay busy. Then you don't have to deal with it. Well, now, here's your opportunity, because we have thawed out. And so the middle card, where we are right now today, is listening. When we listen, we will know exactly the directions we want to take. Elephants instinctually know, animals instinctually know exactly where they need to go to receive the nurturing, the feeding, everything. They know the direction to take They know how to take care of their needs. And they know as a mother, they know that they have to feed themselves first so that they can be able to be their healthiest, to take care of their young, to be able to take care of their tribe, to be able to take care of that group. Without that, they can't. So when we when we clean house in here, when we nurture and feed our souls first, which is why we're here to do this now. When we're here, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to see. Sorry. Some of the comments get stuck because I'm not seeing on my computer screen, so I got to look down at my phone, all the comments that are coming up. So if we're taking this time, and so the card that came out was setting an intention, listening, and this is Call It Baron Reid. Call It Baron Reid's journey. I can't remember the freaking name of the cards this morning. They're her mapping cards. I can't remember her name. I'll put in the comments below after. But this is listening, and then the other card is the deep freeze. Deep freeze. And so this is us pausing. First thing I did this morning when I got up was, I don't have any kids at home. My daughter lives in her own house and she's having her own child. And first thing I got up this morning was I got up and I shoveled the snow. And I went and shoveled the whole front down the street and so far a little farther down. And then I stopped. And I went, oh my God, I can't clear everybody's snow. As beautiful, as wonderful as a thing that is to do, that I normally would do all winter long, because everybody is busy working and I work from home. So I usually go out and clear the snow in front of a whole bunch of homes. No, because this is what people have to do right now. This is their thing, is that their kid, a dad and their son or daughter may be able to go out this morning, or mom and their child may be able to go out this morning and do this as a project together, and it's an opportunity for them to do something together. So maybe I won't clear all this snow this morning. And I heard, go back in. So I cleared this, what I did clear, came back in, sat down, had my coffee, and went into my prayer, into my meditation, and I sat in the pause. I got the fresh air that I needed. I sat in the pause. And when I sat in the pause, I was taken back to a time, I guess a past life, what we would call a past life, when I was a little girl. And when I was taken back there, I was taken back to, even though our family had, there are issues, or like everyone, I was taken back to a time when we would spend time together as a family. And we got our cross-country skis for Christmas. And when we got our cross-country skis for Christmas, my mom made sure we had those, because that was something that we could do together, because our heart desire, because she didn't have so much of a family life. Like my dad had a beautiful family life. They did everything as a family. Where her heart desire was to be able to do things as a family and to be able to spend time together. And we get so annoyed that as we're skiing, she'd ask us about our day, and she wanted to know everything, and she wanted us to talk. I get it now. Now I understand it. And I know it very well. And I'm enjoying the fact that I have an opportunity to sit with my partner and talk and watch him cook and watch him do those things. So what I've recognized in that was that was instilled in me. So instead of rushing off to do all the work that I know I need to do, that I'm still taking the time to pause, to eat, to enjoy watching him cook, and that I'm thankful that I have him here to be able to do the cooking. The things that we are thankful for and that we have the opportunity to now do, let those fill your soul. You don't need today to spend so much time in cleaning out the closets or making sure the basement is clean. Take some time and sit with this. Lay down and rest. Go out and enjoy something of an activity that you can do as a family. Go out in the woods again. Go out in the woods and light a fire if you live anywhere near the woods. If you live in anywhere where you can go outside and have a little fire, take a can. This is something most people don't even remember now. Take a can and some water and some tea bags and go out into the woods and light a fire and make a little teapot out of the can, put some wire to it, and boil some tea and sit there, watch the fire, watch it boil, watch the water boiling, have a conversation, roast some wieners, whatever it may be, but spend that time doing those little things because they matter. Though watching that water boil, sitting there, the one thing that you're learning is the things that we have forgotten. Slow down, breathe, patience, learning to be curious about the people that are in your own home that you have not built relationships with, even if they're your own children, because most times you haven't even built a relationship with them. You've been busy preparing them for if they're going to be, active. Keep them busy, keep them in sports, keep them going. Wear off that energy, but have you taken the time to have a relationship with them? And the other person that lives inside that home that you haven't had a relationship with is probably yourself. The enchanted map. Thank you. Now all the messages are coming up on my screen. The enchanted map. Call it Baron Reed's enchanted map oracle cards. That's what I'm using. And I'm also using Diana Cooper, the Angel of Light cards as well. So now I can read some of the comments. Sorry, because I haven't been able to see them on my phone. Good morning, everybody who's been joining in. Tracy, I received my layoff notice yesterday. Instead of being devastated, which I initially was, I'm looking at this as a time to reset. Yes, and it's like, and everyone is here. And I was watching some of the news this morning for a moment, and I'm like listening to like one group angry that they're laid off, and one group, but everybody is there. Not just one or the other. And this is precedent. No government is prepared for what we are experiencing. And it's like one time we would have, well, I'm so happy to see the oil people out of work, or I'm so happy. It's like we are all there. Everything is where it is. And there's nobody in any better position. Whether you had money or you didn't have money, nobody's in any better position, because if you're losing, if we're all dropping and losing, nobody's rising. Right, in the economy or in job wise, but where are we gaining? Where are we rising? Love, the commodity that is the most precious that we have forgotten. Love, kindness, compassion within our own space. We can all run out. We can all go out and give love out into the world. We've all been out there giving and giving and giving whatever you got, but what about right here, right in this own space? Build up this. When we build this back up, all of this will build back up. But everybody is there. Lindsay, I love the pause. It's like a breath of fresh air. Yeah, it is. There's a pause happening. And to be able to sit in that pause. And it's not, like I said, there's no ideal moments to this. But there's opportunities to this. So what opportunities you're going to see? We are taking a longer way around. And so as I was speaking of when I first came in, I kind of stopped that until I got more people in, was I was talking about the angels and the guides and how Kuan Yin has been coming up huge for me. Kuan Yin is love. And yesterday, I was having a conversation about, how we still got this judgmental out there. And judgmental, and if you believe in this, well, you got to be this awful person. Or if you believe in that, then you're a sinner. If you believe, are we not done with that yet? Are we not done with all of that bullshit and get over that? If you have faith in something, if you're holding faith and you're believing in something and you're being the best human being that you could be, and you're not judging everybody, and we're not telling somebody you have to believe in this, if we're not instilling fear to get people to have faith, we're doing something right. Because we're not here to instill fear to get people to have faith in whatever they're going to believe in. Faith, loving, kindness, compassion. is where we start. And it starts at home. And this is the first home that it starts with you. You are the first home. Start with you, spread it to your partner, to your children. In that meditation that I couldn't get out of, I kept seeing rings and rings and rings, and the rings would go back to my childhood and remind me of the love that I had as a child. And yes, I have a whole book written called More Than Existing. It talks about some of our moments in our lives, but my new perspective on those, when I could give the voice that had been, because everything that had compacted inside of me, as I was so busy with life that I wasn't dealing with, all became stories that I heard, or stories that I repeated, or stories of how I thought things were. And it became anger and hurt and pain. When I could learn to clear this out, I could actually see clearly. And it was through the eyes of other people, and especially those who were not being very nice of me, that I could actually see the parts of me that I really needed to do the work on. And from there, I could write the book from a place of love. When you can give your voice of anger a voice of love, when we can give our fear, when we can rid our fear by seeing beyond and having faith in something we cannot believe, that we cannot see, now we're believing in magic and miracles. And that takes us taking action steps towards living a better life and doing the work that needs to be done here first. Everything starts at home. Love starts at home. Healing starts at home. Inspiring starts at home. Building beautiful humans starts at home. Kindness and compassion at home. Start at home. Stop trying to fix the world. Start to fix here. And when we fix here and everyone, it becomes a ripple effect. Watch and see the world then change. When we get to open those doors again. So as I was going forward, and as I sat in the presence of the God conscience this morning, I asked, what do you need of me? How can I be of service? Be of service to your own needs. Take care of your own needs. Pause. Breathe. And today is my last day at 48. Tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow, on April Fool's Day, I was born. And this is where I feel like this has really taken me, is that in that time, I always call myself the karma to my mother. And it was a story that we get to tell as a funny story of how I arrived here. And on the year before, my mother was pregnant with my brother, and they fooled my dad on April Fool's Day and told him to come home. She was in labor. Well, myself and my brother are 10 months apart. When I turn 49 tomorrow, we're going to be the same age until almost the end of May. Because the following year, she was pregnant again, in labor with me, called my dad, told him to come home. He wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. He didn't come home. My grandfather had to come take her to the hospital. He got there just in time for me being born on April Fool's Day. And he said, don't ever play a joke on me like that again, because look what it did to you. But it became one of the stories of our lives that we tell, that we can laugh and joke about. But it's those loving moments of a family that starts to build up. If those are the stories that we remember, if those are the stories that your children have to remember of this time, is the loving stories that you've created at home. Today is the opportunity to give birth to a new way that you're going to get through this, that we're going to get through this. This is going to be the opportunities that today, let's start fresh. Today, let's start by giving birth to the opportunity that we can start to create new memories for our children, so they're not hearing all this outside, and we're going to start building strength together and come together and build things together from a place of love. And so those children inside of your home, and you as your ears, your eyes, your heart, can start to rebuild by telling stories of love, by being a part of a new loving story that you can start to create today. Start at home and start with you. And so the card that came out from the angel card was patience. And the other card was curiosity. So trust the higher forces of life to know what is best for you. And remember that when you are asked to wait, hold on, I need glasses. I'll start this over. Trust in the higher forces of life to know what is best for you. And remember that when you are asked to wait, you are being prepared for something even better than you expected. So change your attitude to one of acceptance, relax, and take stock. Ask your angels to enfold you during this waiting period so that you can listen to the prompting of the divine. Do not rush off on some wild goose chase of your own lower will. When the time is right and you are ready and refreshed, the next door will open. Patience is always rewarded. All things happen at perfect time. Can't make this shit up. Love how this all happens. So curiosity, see life through the curious eyes of a child, and you will discover a never-ending source of happiness and excitement. Curiosity keeps you alive, interested, and interesting. The angels are inviting you to be curious about yourself. Start exploring who you are and you will grow personally and spiritually. Be interested in people, and you will discover an eternal source of fascination. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels themselves and their roles in a divine plan. The radiance of your delight in life and illuminates you. I explore the wonders of life. So maybe be curious about your partner's childhood, about their life. Maybe pull out those childhood pictures and look at them and have a discussion about their childhood. Ask your kids what they're curious about, what they would like to be. Ask them to start to make a little list of the things that inspire them. Tell them stories about their grandparents, about your life, about the good old days, whatever it may be. But spend that time cleaning house, dusting out the cobwebs on your heart. Open your heart up, expand your heart. Don't worry about what's left in the material world closet today. Open your closet doors, open your heart, open your mind, and spread out. And then one last angel card before I let you go. Whereas these beautiful energies of love of Kuan Yin and Mother Mary are very, very present today. And the card that comes out is positivity. And I know in these times people are going, how can you be there? And so when you are positive, you keep directing a stream of high vibrating energy with your thoughts, words, and actions. This affects others, and they help you towards your purpose. The angels are aware of the power of your positivity, and they too will support you in your intentions. You choose your thoughts and attitudes, so focus on loving, abundant, and successful outcomes in every area of your life. Your positivity will make you feel happy, healthy, and fulfilled. I am positive and strong. So we've been busy enough in life. We've been on the run and on the go for a long time. Today, stop running. Today, stop running. Sit in the pause. Spend time with those that you love and those that you haven't built the relationship with yet. Everything that's inside of your own home. And it starts with you and those that are in your home. So much love to you all. Thank you for taking your time out to join me. I so appreciate and honored that I get the opportunity to do this. But I really appreciate the time that you do take out from your day to spend with me in these lives, because these messages that channel through me, when I'm being pushed to come give them, I jump on it right away. But I never know times. I never know where I'm supposed to be. But this is where I was told to be today, was in the YouTube. So I'm spending my time there. Now I'm going down and spend time with my partner. And my puppy dogs and my cat. So much love to you all. And I will talk to you all very soon. Love and light to you all. Bye-bye.